Hi, everyone. Washington Governor Bob Ferguson is pushing for a cell phone ban in schools all across the state. He shares why it would be stricter than policies than we already have in place.
And taking a look at the forecast, I'm tracking sunshine 80s and some increasing haze. The full details for your Thursday ahead.
Fan favorite right there. People came to Frank's Diner today to see this, the Wienermobile, and it is staying in town, where you can find the hot dog car this evening and why it's here. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti. Happy Thursday, everyone. It is 12 o'clock. We're going to head outside with Jenny Power for our first look at weather. Jenny, today when I was out there on the roads, you could really see a haze just about everywhere you look. And my understanding is some of that is related to the change in shift in wind. Tell us more.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Laura. We are seeing some breezier conditions for the day today, and you can even tell as we take this live look over Lake Coeur d'Alene, the lake waters are a little bit choppy out there. So yes, we are seeing some more haze and smoke from wildfires burning in central Washington being pushed across eastern Washington and into North Idaho. It's also hot. 81 degrees is currently where we're at over in Coeur d'Alene as we speak. In Spokane, we're right now at 79 degrees, 81 for Moses Lake, 84 for Othello. But as we take a look at our current satellite and radar, we've seen these changes develop as a system is moving in as we speak. It's even bringing some showers up through parts of the northern Cascades and into the Okanagan Valley. Some light rainfall that direction, but winds here now really picking up out of the west-southwest in the Spokane area at 14 miles per hour sustained. That is also going to lead to this later on today. Red flag warnings for the Okanagan Valley and into the Waterville Plateau because we're seeing dry conditions and gusts in this area 30 to 35 miles per hour. Now, even though we are seeing some of that increased haze and smoke region-wide here, we're still actually in the moderate range for a lot of eastern Washington and North Idaho. Even though as I'm out here in the Outdoor Weather Center, I can smell more smoke. It is unhealthy though up toward Omak and parts of the Okanagan Valley that are shaded in red. As we take a look at kind of what's happening, we see those increasing winds out of the west-southwest, and so more smoke from fires burning to the west of us are expected to move into eastern Washington and North Idaho, along with another round of temperatures in the mid-80s this afternoon. Full details of that in a few minutes. Laura?
All right, my friend, thank you. In an update today, Spokane police are correcting information that they shared yesterday about a suspicious man with a ServPro vest who appeared to try to enter a home near 9 Mile Road. So the homeowner reported to police that his Ring camera video caught him trying the doorknob and ringing the doorbell. Later, the homeowner called the police back and told them the man was actually employed by ServPro out of San Diego. Reaching out to the agency, police confirm that information. They say ServPro is now handling this internally, and they inform police they will have crews in Spokane due to the damage from fires, of course, earlier this month. Spokane police are encouraging fire victims and homeowners to continue to call Crime Check for any suspicious activity. They definitely want to hear from you. And take a look at this video shared by the Spokane Valley Police Department. It shows a man damaging a patrol car, then taking off. The man in the video has been identified as Thomas Phillips. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says Phillips threw something at the car's windshield, shattering it. Phillips was arrested and booked into the Spokane County Jail on felony charges of harassment, second-degree malicious mischief, and several misdemeanor charges as well. Right now, Washington Governor Bob Ferguson is moving forward with his proposal to ban cell phones across the state here in Washington. And that includes, we're talking about in local schools, smart devices, including smartphones and watches, would be banned during regular school hours for all K through 12th public schools. The governor went to schools while drafting the proposal to get feedback from students, teachers, and parents.
One thing that was mentioned was how students during lunchtime, for example, didn't like that sometimes, other students are filming them, for example, that their own safety was something they didn't feel comfortable with because of the use of phones, even outside the classroom, but in the school building and the impact that had. We had a press conference like this on the other side.
However, it still needs to pass through the state legislature before becoming law. If that does indeed happen, Governor Ferguson wants the policy to take effect coming up in September of 2027. Some school districts in Washington, like Spokane Public Schools, already have a phone policy well in place. However, it is different from the governor's proposal, which is called Away for the Day. Right now, under SPS policy, all elementary and middle school students are phone-free during school hours, while high school students are phone-free during class, but are allowed at this point to use them during meals and passing periods. However, Ferguson's policy would take it a step further, banning cell phones bell to bell, meaning during school hours, phones, smartwatches, and other smart devices would not be allowed. We'll keep you updated. Continuing coverage today, Bryan Kohberger, charged with killing 4 University of Idaho students, will be back in court next summer. Kohberger has been in prison since the 2022 deadly stabbings of Madison Mogen, Kaylee Gonsalves, Xander Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. Court records show Kohberger wants to actually withdraw his guilty plea. The 31-year-old claims that he took the plea based on threats, false promises, and incorrect information. A judge has now scheduled a status conference for June 3rd of 2027, and a different hearing will then be held 2 weeks later. In a matter of hours, you can make your voice heard about data centers here in Spokane County. Commissioners just announcing public meetings for the community to provide feedback or testify about the possibility of data center development. So this is coming as commissioners recently imposed a 6-month pause on land use and permit applications for such centers. Commissioners say they will only hear testimony, however, about the pause so they can get community input for a draft agreement. The meetings start tonight at 4:30. The full meeting schedule is right there on your screen. All the meetings will be held in the County Commissioners hearing room. Firefighters across the globe are fighting a fire in central Washington. We are tracking this and other fires throughout the region. Coming up on KREM 2 News at noon.